to Motorsports. Today we're looking at a snowmobile that doesn't have a headlight working, and we're going to look into how to fix that. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm be uploading quite often, pretty much every week here. So hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. So today we're looking at a 1985 Ski Safari 377 snowmobile. We're going to be looking at how to fix the headlight on it. There we go. All right, Ted, let's get this bad boy done. Pull it up, get inside of this thing. So what we actually just did is we actually, there's a couple wires up front that were all melted from the exhaust. Check to make sure you guys don't have melted wires. So we're actually gonna show you those real quick. So we actually just taped them all up, and we're gonna tape them all back together and bound them up and zip tied so they don't hit the exhaust anymore. All right, here we are looking at the inside of a 377 Ski Safari engine. The stuff I'm going to show you how to do, you can do it on any snowmobile. So really just going to track the lines and make sure everything's hooked up right. See if there's any fuses that could be blown. But the first thing really to do is track your lines real quick. If you don't see that problem, go ahead and buy a new headlight bulb. It's real simple to fix. You just unplug this down here and then pull your headlight bulb out. There's different ways to getting those out, and make sure that's not gone, because if your headlight bulb's gone, just like a car or anything, that'll ruin your headlight. So on this one here, you got just these little tabs. We're just gonna reach in there with some needle nose, just pop them out. There we go. This one does look like it has a bad bulb in it. You can see something shaking around in there. So this one probably needs a new bulb. This is probably the problem, but before I leave you, I'm gonna head up the lines with you and make sure there's nothing else wrong, and you guys can check it out on yours. You can even see in this one there's a little bit of black right there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's definitely blown. Alright, so check that first, make sure there's nothing wrong with that, make sure there's nothing shaking around like mine. So if your headlight and taillight are gone, which alright, it's not going on right now, battery's dead in it, but if I started it, the taillight would be on. So if your taillight's gone, then it could be your alternator. So if your alternator's gone, that's a big change right there. But otherwise, it can be just small stuff. And it probably could be the solenoid too, with the brake light and the headlight if those are gone. All right, so find your switch wherever your lights turn on. Mine's currently the little knob on it's broken, but go to that. Start there, and you're gonna make your way down the lines all the way to the headlight over there. So make your way down the lines and make sure there's no problems there. So let's find fuses, whatever there is around here. All right, here's the starter mine. So it's right on the inside here. And it looks like this is all looking good. That's all attached real well. Make sure that's all pushed in tight. And I can't really get the camera everywhere, but just track your lineup in. Find all the joints and connections, anywhere where it could have ripped. Look for fuses. I'll show you like where the fuse boxes are. All right, so as you can see, I got that right there. So all you have to do, so you just have to, go not focus there. Push it in, and then pull it apart. And then you've got your fuse. And the way to tell if your fuse is blown is that will be separated in there. You may or may not be able to see it. It'll be kind of burnt and blown up. So check that, make sure that's not blown, and then just slide it back in your box again. So I think the first thing to do is check the bulb and see if you can see that it's blown. If it's not blown, go ahead and check the taillight and see if that's dead, because that can be a bigger thing, and a bigger thing to change to make this work. But otherwise, after that, follow your lines. Make sure all your electricity lines are tight. Even if it's in tight places, take parts out just to be able to get there and slowly go up the lines. But check the places that you can get to before you go to places that are hard to get to. So go ahead and follow your lines. It even may take taking the electrical tape off all of this just to find your problem, but that's probably not necessary. Make sure all your joints, like this was melted, okay? Just check, maybe that could be melted. And then go through and find your fuse boxes, because if your fuse is blown, obviously you're not going to be getting electricity to your light. But those people with these newer sleds, they're a lot more compact and a lot harder to get into. And the other difference is you're not going to be finding fuses in the line like I showed you probably. You may have an independent fuse, but you're probably not going to have that. So you're going to have a fuse box probably somewhere. So find your fuse box. It probably tells you in your manual if you have one. So find your fuse box and find where maybe your headlight fuse is in that box. They have a lot of boxes in the newer sleds. So find out the box that has all the fuses in it, or maybe you got two boxes, and find a fuse in there. And those fuses may look different. The one I showed you may be totally different than what you have, but you probably will still be able to see inside and see if that wire on the inside is broken. And if it is broken, time to go to a new one. And make sure you're getting the same ampage fuse as what you took out of there. All right, summing it up, ladies and gentlemen. So check your headlight bulb, make sure that's not blown. If you can't tell, and maybe you're not getting power there, you might not be able to tell if it's blown or not. Go to the rear end of your sled and see where if the taillight's on. You may have to start your sled to be able to tell if it's on. You probably will. And then also follow your lines from the switch down to the light, or the light back up to the switch, and just follow your lines. Check fuses, check lines, make sure they aren't melted, come apart, or anything like that. And besides that, you should be good to go. You can hit the van! Thanks for watching. Hopefully that summed up your case of how to fix your headlight. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And absolutely make sure to subscribe. It's all free. Do it for me so you can support me for free. Happy motorsporting! They just get away so easily. Don't get going too fast on your... Oh boy.